Alrighty, and audio is good to go.
Okay. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Natural Nerds, where a large group of best friends that quickly became family and live all over the country refuse to let that stop us from doing what we love. Real quick, I'd like to apologize. We had some technical difficulties. We've been trying to get cams going. We'll have that fixed for future, but for now, we will be doing this normally. So, that being said, we're going to jump right into this. For those of you that watched the last episode, or the very first episode we ever streamed, which was the end of our last campaign for Ravnica, this campaign is taking place 50 years in the future. So, from where that ended, the Guild Pact Summit, a gathering once per year at the turn from autumn to winter, where the new guild leaders meet and discuss disputes and potential law to bring forth. Or rather, that's what it was supposed to be. With these new guild leaders over the past 50 years, it really just became a big party, an excuse to see friends. This year is different though. It's 2 months earlier than usual. As you all climb the tower to the main chamber, there's heaviness to the air. The tension sticks to your skin tightly, like a high humidity. As you begin to enter the chamber, made of living stone and mysium metals, you catch sight of familiar faces, and some unfamiliar ones. Some are sitting with a guild leader, others sit alone, all summoned for the same unknown purpose. And as you begin to enter, you see the room almost breathing with life, and you see across the floor just shines of blue, red, and green, black, and white all across the floors, just kind of giving life to the mana colors. So, as you all step in, Grug and Kronk, you are the first two to enter the chamber. If you would like to give your descriptions, please. Either of you can go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. All right. So you see before you, this character's name is Grug. He's actually a. I wasn't 100% sure how you actually say it. Is it Aetherborn? Etherborn?
Aetherborn.
Aetherborn. Okay. I had a few guesses. All of them are wrong. It's cool. He stands probably about, I'd say 5'10" around there. Kind of having a grayish skin tone to him. No, no hair or anything like that. Some decently looking robes. But other than that, nothing super like sticking out aside from what was already described. More relaxed boy.
And Kronk.
As I walk in, you see a tall, burly, humanoid figure. He has blue skin, long white hair, and completely white eyes, almost as if there's no pupil, just straight white. And he's very just like large, muscular, and he's wearing a leather vest with common clothes, just walking in. Just...
You do have control over your tokens, so you can move them around. Okay. The next to enter is Flicker. If you'd like to go ahead and describe your character.
Of course. Flicker is 5'7" Fire Genasi. His skin is reddish brown, almost like a clay, Indian clay. Um, it's kind of a mohawk, shaved on the sides, but kind of hangs over. It's not spiked or anything. Um, he's wearing studded leather armor, but to a fashion to where he's like almost bare chested. And you see on his skin, you see like from where his heart is, ever so lightly a glow every now and then when his heart beats, and it like goes through his veins and everything, and just very faintly though, not bright or anything like that, just a small like lava almost going through his veins.
Awesome. You also have control, so you can move and find your seat as well. The next to enter
Do you see something?
is Kalea and Pax. If the two of you would like to describe your characters, whomever may go first, of course.
I'll go first. So when Kalea walks in, she drops her hood down and you see a calico tabaxi. And she has short shoulder length hair that is quite orange, like the orange parts of her fur. Her ears are adorned with golden hoops, and she has golden bangles and beads and everything of bracelets traveling up her arms. She is in brown light leather armor that would blend into sand very, very easily. And yeah, that's Kalea. She takes off her sunglasses, which you would yeah, that she normally wears to protect her eyes from the uh, harsh desert sands. And yeah, that's Kalea.
Okay, and Pax.
Pax is going to see Calais sit down and just get a bit nervous, scan the room, and as I saunter over, you see a about 5'10", 5'11", slight of build, but not really a wood elf that you would normally see. Instead of verdant, it's very washed out, and where you would normally see bark or leaves or some type of natural formation, there is bits of metallic and flecks of almost glint in his skin. His hair is in a fuckboy's haircut. On the very top, well, his skin is pale green, almost like very reminiscent of Kabesi. His hair is verdant, verdigris, almost like the degradation of bronze over time, with rows of bright polished bronze across, I guess, the rest of his skull leaning down. His eyes, where the white should be, are black. The iris is almost like a nebula of green and gold mixed together. He is dressed in a very reminiscent style of a person sitting at the table, with robes on top of mail, on top of different types of coats in order to look ostentatious and regal. Um, Again, he glides over and scans the table. And does anybody read Elvish?
I do.
I do as well.
I think I do as well, actually.
I do as well.
Those that can read Elvish, there is a almost like a faint tattoo in bronze, like again, just going with a whole motif of a number 4 beneath his right eye, with 2 bronze studs above it. He goes over and sits down next to Tashar.
Um, And
Again,
as you all
looks a bit nervous.
wander the area, the room itself, and um, you notice the familiar um, mage lights, or dancing lights, just kind of floating around, giving a ambiance. Um, Easier to read and study, and easier to kind of converse in a less aggressive room with calmer light. Um, as you continue to sit at the table and to find your seats, you do see Kabesi and her pale green skin with her periwinkle hair and her snake demon bat wings. uh, you see Skull, um, his humanness, and just kind of flipping his dagger and boomerang blade back and forth between his hands, sitting there kind of anxiously waiting. And of course, Taishar sitting there proudly with his pimp glasses, calmly, patiently. Charlie, just doing Charlie things. His full black armor. He's actually not wearing a helmet for once, and it's just a skull with these two glowing blue eyes in the sockets. Is he is undead. Um, and next to Skull, you see it's a familiar face at this point. You have met him multiple times. A very tall, human-looking man, very lanky legs with a magnificent mustache that he just keeps fiddling with. And then sitting over in the corner, uh, or kind of more like standing in his chair, very small, um, gnome with wild, ridiculous white hair and three coats to protect his regular coat, and these big goggles. And next to Gabesi is a black cloaked figure. It's hard to check the face or see any real features. Um, this figure is muttering to Kabesi, and Pax, you take a moment and you recognize the voice, um, but you're not sure where for a moment. Um, Please give me an intelligence check.
That's a natural 11 with an intelligence check of a 15.
Okay, perfect. So you recognize this voice from approximately 30 years ago. And you only heard it once, and this person was wearing the same cloak. It's extremely familiar to you. Um, yeah, so you met her the one time, and when you came over to this plane, and haven't seen her since. And
Would I remember if she was scary?
yeah, you would.
Okay.
Uh, as she opened the portal for you, she said,
Leave.
and she as she's looking around, like just muttering under her breath to Kabesi, um, she catches you staring at her for a moment, and she pulls her hood down.
And you see the form of what appears to be a wood elf with black hair and red highlights streaking through it. Very pale skin. and piercing blue eyes that almost appear to glow. She's wearing armor that, if anyone's ever played Skyrim, obviously, very reminiscent of the Nightingale armor, where it's black, very dark, with folds of more leather coming down it and forming around her beneath her black cloak. And she has a. If looks could kill, she has almost that look in her eyes, but very much less so than some people at this table might remember. She seems to have changed in the last 50 years.
And
I immediately avert my eyes.
and you sense as she pulls her hood down, Pax, you feel Tyshar just give a little shudder right next to you, briefly. But he doesn't let that show. You can just feel it. You've been with him long enough.
This
And he
tells.
just, and he gives his normal greetings and salutations. So, the floor is your guys. If you guys would like to interact for a moment, all of you.
Oh,
We can't hear you, Doc.
I'm going to look over
How,
at the person.
how about now?
Yep,
Hmm?
can hear you. I'm
Okay,
going
yeah.
to look over at the person who is standing on the table, and I'm going to say, perhaps you should find a seat rather than resting on the table.
See, I think you're talking about me. That's what I was going to say. I can't see anything in roll 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a token on the table.
You
I don't
can't-
Yeah, I was literally about to say that. Like, it's been black since I started. It's like I have reverse dark vision. All I see is darkness.
Really?
I've tried refreshing it like 7 times. It didn't do anything.
Wait a second.
I don't see a token on the table.
Yeah, neither do I.
That's
I
weird.
do. I do.
Yeah,
Oh,
right on the top right of the table.
well,
It's some sort of like Jedi mind trick thing.
hold on.
Are we all seeing different things?
Do you see it now?
It's a
Do you see it
mirage,
right now?
man.
I see darkness still.
Really? Nothing?
Let me try refreshing again.
Okay. Determined by character setting.
And it's still darkness.
What the hell? That's it's in your journal. Can be edited by you. Okay. Good there.
I can't believe you're playing Laverna.
This has been planned since before we started the last one.
That's your character.
Yeah,
Shit.
she's playing Laverna.
Oh.
Oh man. I thought she was just helping out. Oh shit.
Your settings didn't save. I'm sorry, dude. So let me fix this quick.
It's okay. I'll learn to forgive.
This should work now. Yeah. Cool. Is that better?
Ah, yeah, I can see everything now. Holy shit.
Awesome! Alright, we got it, guys.
Good. Now get off the table.
I'm
Don't
not even on the
you
table. I'm
about me.
now on a seat, sort of. It's kind of. Oh, well, let me just. Good.
Hey, yeah,
good,
no, that
good,
wasn't you.
When I
Yeah.
made the map, it didn't have the same grid. I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't. It's not exact.
Hey,
Oh wow! I
don't
just
get
ran
on
to pick a
top of me,
spot.
man.
Okay, so. Oh, God.
Pax is going to get probably a shove from his master and a pointed look, and Pax is going to compose himself. In the words of my master, greetings and salutation. I am Paxis Requies of House Requies. It is a honor to make your all acquaintance, and this is my companion, and I'm going to signal to my right, and a mirror is going to pop into existence, and it's going to just nod to you, just reflecting you all. This is Mirage, and it is again an honor to be here, Miss Laverna, and I'm going to nod to Levy, Miss Kovesi. Always a pleasure. Um, oh, Mr. Skull, Charlie. But all of you, you may call me Pax if you are inclined. And he's going to look at his master and look back at everyone else very nervously.
Hi, Pax. My name's Kronk. Hello. I don't know.
Hello,
I'm gonna
Kronk.
look down. I'm gonna look down at the table, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what are we? Knights of the Square Table?"
Ha ha. Ha ha ha.
I'm going to look over at him and
Do not get the reference.
glance at the rest and say, he doesn't seem to be the brightest of the bunch.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm
Heard
gonna.
that.
Head.
At this point, I'm gonna stand up and just look at everybody and like, hello. My name is Grug. It's a pleasure to meet you all. And he's gonna like just do like a little like kind of like a humble bow kind of thing, and just sit back down with his super sweet crab on his left side.
Crap.
Very large crab.
Yes.
You
My
can call
mom
me
is
Fine
big
with
Flicker.
enough.
knowledge.
My name is Flicker. Does anyone know exactly what we're doing here?
I think we're sitting.
I was wondering the same thing myself.
Does have a point.
I have no clue.
So at this point, nearly immediately, as if beckoned, a large blue sphinx with white wings starts walking down the steps into the room. I suppose you are wondering why I've gathered you here. Well, to be frank, I apologize that it's a bit early in the year for this guild meeting, but we have caught wind of how you say, they call themselves the Undying, but if you remember, the plague from 50 years ago with, I apologize, Laverna, but Karama, apparently he's initiated things, long
He's-
before.
Oh,
Yes, we've caught wind of invasions in other planes, and we've been attacked a few times, but we managed to stave it off. We've heard word that the plains of Dominaria, Ixalan, Amonkhet, Kaldheim, and even Strixhaven, one of the newer planes in existence, has been invaded and swarmed with Phyrexian life. We do not know where their home where their base lies, unfortunately. But we are trying to gather intel. I've sent scouts to several of these planes. But the reason I've called you all here, as guild leaders and ones who have come to this plane and proven themselves with their strength and prowess, we need champions. We need to eliminate this threat across all planes.
Now, being a champion, that's something I could sign up for.
And of Karama, did he survive?
I do not have information on that. I do not believe so. Last we all knew, he was destroyed.
So this is the product of his corruption.
It would assume so, yes.
Kalea's going to move to actually sit in one of the chairs now that she's had more of an explanation and has decided she is not going to walk out.
Excuse me if I'm wrong, but did you say Ixalan?
Yes. Is there a reason you ask about Ixalan specifically?
Well, that's where I'm from.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I should have realized. It's been a very long week. Even several months for me. I forget exactly who I called. Right. I believe you're Flicker. Yes.
Yes, that'll be me.
Perfect. Perfect. Right. Well, we're not sure where to go next. If anybody has ideas, the most recent invasions have been from Ixalan, but yeah, of course, there's all over.
Then that seems the best place to start.
I suppose so.
But we're fighting. Why? Is there anyone we can possibly speak to?
Speak to as in, do you want to write an angry letter?
No, come to terms or something we can possibly do to delay, give more time.
Listen, I'm with him. Let's write an angry letter.
I'm sorry, I dropped. I missed if you asked me anything.
Oh, it's okay. No, he was just saying for it's been a long month. He forgot who he has summoned. Yeah, I don't think he missed anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Well, I apparently must be most grateful for it, but have none of you ever come into contact with Phyrexians?
I
Nope.
tend to avoid. Much
I
like
have-
you, really.
I have heard stories, none of which were good.
Yes. Well, then at least the two of you would know that there is no negotiation with them. There is no speaking, only corruption and completion, as they call it. The search for perfection, if you will.
No negotiation.
All they want is perfection, and yet all they are is contradiction. It's quite strange.
Paxis is going to rub his temple. And we are to be frontline soldiers then?
I mean, you are some of the best, and brightest, and most powerful here, and we believe Myself and some of the others in the Senate, we believe that you may have the spark within you. And at this point, you start hearing rumbling and bellowing and crumbling below you.
The fuck is that?
I think not good.
I'm going to stand up and summon my blade. And you see this red-hilted black blade with runic symbols written down it that almost look like they're burning like embers. And I'll wield that in my right hand. And seems it's something we need to take care of.
I'm going to look at my master and say, excuse me, master, but what do you see?
And Taishar flicks his glasses, and for a moment, he just looks around and then looks down. And Pax, you see his eyes widen. And he pushes his chair out as fast as possible and grabs you and dives. And everything crumbles. Everything just... some massive form just pops through the ground, destroying everything within you. And the last things you hear are... Mistress! So,
Interesting.
all of the lights go out. The world around you has become black and cold. It feels as though you're floating on your back in a stagnant pool of water. The air is thick and salty and clings tightly to you. Though you have open wounds, the salt doesn't sting. There is no pain. There is nothing. No sounds. No smell. Just the everlasting dehydrating salt around you. And then suddenly a blinding flash erupts above you, ahead. This light is directionless, enveloping and yet so distant. The light becomes a torrent, swirling and forming new colors. Then 5 orbs of each mana color stop and float, solidified. Ravnica, the black and the red orb, glow brighter in front of you. Grug, the green and blue ones, ignite. Pax, blue and red. Flicker, red and green. Kalea, green and white. And Kronk, black and blue. This energy just shoots into you and feels overwhelming. It's heat. It feels like it's burning and boiling your blood. But it's calming and relaxing, and then your eyes shudder and you just flash light from your eyes. And you wake up and look around at the destruction that has been wrought. And that is where we're going to take a 5-minute break.
Ooh.
We
Oh,
just
boy.
started!
I know. So I need to give you guys a couple handouts,
Okay.
and run through like 2 or 3 things. So
Okay.
Fair enough.
yes.
All right. And 5.
Yep. We'll take a quick 5. Anybody needs to run to the bathroom real quick. I'm gonna put out the handouts and we'll go over everything real quick and
Alrighty. I'll
continue forward.
be right back.
Yep, I'm gonna
Okay.
go use the restroom. Use the backyard.
All right, DM, you are good to go.
Okay. And welcome back. So, as these beams shoot from your eyes, you come back to consciousness and looking around. You realize that you have tasted death. The corpse of the Sphinx lays on the ground in the corner. And you hear moans and groans, and you just hear this loud. Everybody, please roll initiative. Okay, down the line. Laverna.
5.
Okay. Grug.
17.
Flicker.
That'll be a 13.
Okay. Kalea.
15.
Kronk.
7.
Okay.
Solid roll.
Nice. Pax.
17.
Okay. And for this guy. Walk it up. Okay. And start. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you hear the in the darkness surrounding you. Pax, you are first. I think you're muted.
I'm sorry, apologies. I am going to move up 10 feet, look around at my general vicinity. Do I see anybody? Do I see Taishar? Do I see Laverna? Where is everyone?
Can you see your token?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, you can see what you see. You're not sure?
I'm going to move here and I'm going to shoot beam of burning energy above where the table used to be to try to light up this area.
Okay. Sure. Alright, so, almost Kamehameha wave style. You just let out this, bright fire and it flashes for a moment. You manage to see all of your allies, I would say, or at least relative allies. You do see Flicker and the group behind you. See Laverna next to you, behind you. You see Taishar unconscious over here, and you see Kabesi unconscious over here, and Jeremiah unconscious over here. That's all you can see at that point. And you see just like a black wall over here.
Would we all see that?
Yes, yeah. From the way he lit up the room, you can all see that very briefly.
I'm going to just flick my hands out for a moment and say, "What the fuck?" And I'm going to go into a defensive stance.
Okay.
Because I just feel this energy coursing through me, and I just kind of put my hands up, and I say out loud, "I do not prefer violence, but hey, when you die, do what you gotta do."
Okay. Excellent. Glug, you are up.
Okay. I just want to make it apparent that, yet again, I'm just looking at a black roll
Oh.
20 screen.
Gosh, dang it.
Most stuff should be black. We're at the bottom of the screen, and it's
no,
very.
like, I don't even see my token. I don't even see
Yeah,
my token.
I was using the last token. That was messed up, so this should have the edited things. Are you good now?
Let me try refreshing real quick. Double check. Nope, exactly the same.
What the fuck is going on? Krug?
I'm just so sneaky, even I can't see me.
Apparently. Save changes. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna delete you from that, right?
Okay, okay.
I've got an idea. I don't know why this is such an issue, but this is how we work. Okay, remove that. Yeah. Click this guy. Use select the token. Save. Okay. We're going places, and... How's that?
I can see.
Perfect. Alright, we figured it out.
Alrighty. Well, now that I can see, he's over there. I'm gonna go slightly towards Pax, only because it's the closest thing to a friendly that I am aware of right now that is conscious. And I will be taking the. I'll do the evasive stance.
Okay. I'm just gonna move you off of him.
Oh, I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if that was actually a thing or an item or what.
Fair. Yeah, I was just going for it. I wanted to test out the dark vision with some colors. If it does affect you guys, like you can't really see too much, I'll just turn it to regular.
No, like, I liked it. It's pretty fucking neat. I couldn't tell if that was like somebody's token or like a piece of broken something.
Okay,
That's it.
Okay. Okay. So, you said you're taking the evasive stance.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. All right. So, you all hear. And let me just check. Okay. So Pax and Grug. From the darkness, two large, huge, black spine-looking things just fire out, come towards you. For Pax, that's a 28 to hit. Oh, that's cocked. And Grug, that's a 24 to hit.
Yeah, but I also take no damage, so.
Yes. Evasive stance.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, it's just going off. It's just going off of our AC, right? We just have different HP.
Yep. Correct.
Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So, Pax, you take.
I took defensive stance, so I take no. I have resistance to all damage.
Yep. So instead of 19, you take 9 total damage.
Thank you.
And that is that thing's turn. Kalea, you're up.
Okay, so I can assume I saw them get attacked.
I mean, can you see them?
I can see them on my screen, yeah.
Okay, so then yeah.
So I'm gonna go right here, and I imagine those are right above them, and I'm going to use my Planeswalker White.
Okay.
I'm hoping, are they side by side? I'm hoping it'll shoot through one to the other, but if not, I totally get it.
Yeah, it's 20 foot, so if it reaches them, yeah.
Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so that would be, I'll go one more forward.
Okay.
And, yeah, so plus 10 to hit. So let's see. 14, so 24 to hit. Oh, I also add mine into that too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
24. Are you attacking your allies with the beam?
No, I want to shoot one of the black spiny creatures because you said it one attacked one of them, so I'm assuming it's in front of them.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, so it's not a spiny creature. It was just like this, like, spine spike thing that shot out of the darkness. And it just like hit him. Yeah. Sorry.
I was confused there too.
Oh, yeah, okay. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, it was just like a projectile spine that just hit them.
Okay. Do I see what? Did I see like a general direction that came from? I know it came from the darkness, but did I see like whether it came from like the left or the right kind of thing?
Go ahead and give me a intelligence check is fine.
Okay.
To kind of recall that information.
Okay. That is 17, 18.
You know that it came from this general area.
Okay, I'm going to shoot my. Oh god, I have to get really close to do that, don't I?
You do have to move forward, yes.
Shit. I'm like, I don't want to get hit. Okay, no, I'm gonna do it. Let's see. From where I was, my movement is 30, so can you get that close? I'll stay where I'm at, and I'm gonna take the attack stance.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. It's your turn. So Flicker, you're up.
Hey, Flicker's gonna stand up and like, this is unsanitary, very, very unsanitary, and he's gonna look around and it's like, what the fuck is going on here? And move here. I don't see anything. And being like, because I can see everyone that has went so far, I'm going to make a general guess and say, well, it looks like I'm all fired up, and shoot the red in the general direction of where those spikes came from.
Okay. So it reaches 20. When it gets to here, it just lets off like a large beam of light, and you do see a flash of this thing. I wonder if I can do this, or if I just have to. Or you know what? I got an idea. Let's do this better.
Oh, geez. Okay.
And that's all you see.
Well, it's not nice for sure. So we got to figure this thing out, and I'm gonna take a what stance is it? What was it? Evasive stance.
I am no longer vibing with this.
Yep, and I'll take an evasive stance, and that's it.
Okay, sounds good. One moment.
This is scary.
Oh yeah.
Sorry,
Don't worry, guys. If we die, we've already died.
I need to change a color on one of the dark visions here. Sorry about that, guys. Is that better? Okay. You know what? I'm just gonna do this then, because better. Okay, and then you see that? big thing? Okay. Cool. Okay, sorry guys. Alright. So, yeah, you all get a flash of seeing this thing's face. Kronk, you are up.
Going to move here. And I'm going to take the evasive stance.
Okay. Alright, Laverna, you're up.
Okay, so that was diagonal of me, like 20 feet from me, right?
No, the flash was out here. So, like, you actually see it out here. I just made it easy to show you guys. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it before. Okay, so I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 40. Okay, now it's like right in front of me almost, right?
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. I still have 5 more feet, so let me check my, I'm still not gonna have enough. Let's see. Okay. Just the tip. That's like its nose, right?
Yeah, it's the bottom of its face, but yeah, you're within range.
Okay. Sorry, it's very difficult for me to see with the dark vision thing. Okay. I'm going to release a line of black death energy. For a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. 4, 5. That's going to be 25 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Its AC is decreased by 5.
Okay. Nice.
And I'm taking the evasive stance.
Okay. As this beam hits, you watch as its chin, like some of the plates start to melt off and just disintegrate, and just, and you hear it as it rears back. Pax, you are up.
Oh, well, that was a terrifying sound. Pax is going to move. I'm going to move over to Taishar's body
Okay.
because that's, I think, 30 feet from me.
It's fine. Pax move.
Can I check to see if he's breathing?
Sure. Give me a medicine check.
Natural 17. Okay.
He is.
21 total.
Yeah. He's breathing. He was knocked unconscious.
I'm sorry, Master. I'm going to take off his glasses. I'm going to put them on. And going to move up, I think 30, 35. I get right about here. And, ping. What do the glasses see?
You son of a bitch.
Oh man.
Well played, sir. I'll give you well played. Well played.
Oh, this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, DM.
So, you do see that creature. You see the machinations inside of it. That it's partly living. It's entirely biomechanical. part living, and then some of the plates are metallic, and then you can see within it, like through its oil, like thick, viscous, oily blood, you see these little creatures inside of it, inside of the blood.
Would I be able to determine if this fucking thing is Phyrexian?
From information, I'm sure that Tyshar has told you about them before. Yeah.
Oh, well then, I'm going to glance at Laverna and say it's Phyrexian. I think we should kill it with fire.
Oh, well,
And,
yes.
And I'm going to see how far this thing is away from me. It's 35 feet, so that means 20. I cannot hit it. I'm going to take the evasive stance. Then my turn.
Okay. At the end of your turn, let me. This little thing looks very similar to its larger form. A little
Shit.
tiny one of these Phyrexian worm-like looking things. Just
Did it just appear, apparate?
it busted out of the ground as if it was called.
Lovely.
And the three, yeah, I think a few you can see it. But you guys see the aura?
The bottom.
Is it?
Yep.
Is that actually showing?
Yes,
Okay,
I can
cool.
see it.
Perfect. So yeah, with your new eyes, you can actually see this field of black energy just kind of surrounding this massive radius for a moment. Okay. Grug, you're up.
You're muted.
Sorry about that. I'm not really trying to chance it, so I'm gonna go ahead and blast that thing for some blue.
Okay.
Alright, let's see how poorly I do here. Pretty bad. Yeah, since I took the evasive stance last turn, that's a solid 7.
That hits.
Really?
That hits.
That is bananas. Okay. I didn't think I'd get this far. I'm sorry. So that's a 24 damage.
Okay. So, as the beam just arcs from your hands and just hits this thing, you watch literally the blue energy just envelops it and shoots past it, and you just watch as it disintegrate into the beam. And it is dead.
Huh.
That was the smaller one.
Yeah, the little baby. Little baby one.
The wee Bobby. Alright, so then that happened. And then I will use my movement to get her. Oh,
Okay.
I can get a full view of the thing. I hate it now. And I will...
Boys on the table. Oh,
You know, I feel like it's gonna be a little iffy, but I'm gonna go for the attack stance.
Okay. Alright. And that's your turn?
Yes.
Cool. Alright. That brings us to the creature's turn. And it is going to let out a nice little roar. Just tiny little, maybe Simba like roar, and not too frightening. And Laverna and Pix, 2 spines are coming at you.
Oh,
I
it's
took-
Pensley. He really likes me.
I took the evasive stance.
Okay, so you take no
As
damage.
did I.
Okay, so you... Fair point. So, the spines, as you just... Your ears raining into just reflexes, the spines manage to see them fire from the thing's back, and then you watch as it regrows right behind after it fires. It shoots off into the air and then targets you like a homing missile, and you just, at the last moment, you kind of forearm with the gauntlet or bracer, just manage to hit it out of the way and just dodge it and kind of roll over it. The two of you simultaneously. It's like you've done this for years. Okay, Kalea, you're up.
Okie dokie. I am going to move. 30. Ha! Okay.
Terrifying,
God.
isn't it?
Okay, I'm close enough. I'm gonna use my white beam at it,
Okay.
and then plus I was in the attack stance, so if I do hit it, that's a good thing.
Double damage.
Double,
Okay.
double.
Omelette du fromage.
So I just add the 10, right? You don't add anything else to the hit?
Correct. Yeah, d20 plus
Okay.
10.
Please be good. Okay, 16, 26.
That hits.
Oh yeah. Good. I already had my dice out and everything. God, that thing's scary. Okay, that'll be 6, 7, 8, 29 damage,
29. Nice.
and then doubled.
Yeah, so, 58 points. Nice.
And I'm gonna stay in the attack stance.
Okay. Yeah, so that white beam bursts into its belly and rips a hole into it and just burns away with the radiant energy just kind of lingering in its stomach. And you watch a lot of this the viscous golden oil just start to pour out, and this like purple ichor just start to build up and just bubble. Okay, that's your turn. Flicker.
Well, it seems all the fun's up here, and I'm gonna move 30 feet this way. Oop! Oh god.
Can we all do the same thing? Oh god.
And I'm going to fire my laser, red laser.
Okay.
This D20 plus 10, correct? Yeah.
Fire the missiles.
That is a 18 to hit. Oh wait, I think I have disadvantage too. Because I took the evasive stance, right?
Yeah, disadvantage, and it's a +5 instead of +10.
Okay, so you want me to +5? That was a 13 then. With disadvantage, even worse. 8.
DM with the life link because he was within 30 feet of me. I'm not sure what the life link does because a few people probably would have been affected by that, or is it 30 feet of the beam?
No, it's
In
30
that
feet
case-
of you. So
Okay.
if you hit with the beam, you let out a burst of energy within a 30-foot radius. So until the end of their next turn, they gain the lifelink ability. So yeah, lifelink mechanic. When you deal damage, you gain that much health back.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, that should be in your notes somewhere. Okay, Flicker. Unfortunately, that did miss.
Yeah. So I'm going to. Well, this is a load of bullshit and go into the attack stance.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So the newness of this power just bursting through you. It just kind of putters out as you're not used to just firing these beams at will. Just a massive surge of energy. It's just like, fuck.
I'm gonna kind of flash back to a certain something, and then yeah.
Okay. All right. Texans and Kronk, you're up.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
I think you're muted.
You're muted.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's all good.
Move right. Right here. Right up in his face. Oh, God.
Okay.
Jesus. And I'm
Got 'em
going
all.
to put out my hand and shoot a beam of Black Death energy. Just like, shoo.
Okay.
Let me make my roll disadvantage. Wow, they're both the same for a 15 to hit.
15 misses, unfortunately. So you
Okay.
get right up to this thing and you go to touch it and fire, and it's just.
I think mine's broken. And then I'm gonna take the attack stand.
Okay.
I dare take the attack stance.
All right. All right, Laverna, you're up.
Okay. I did take the evasive stance, so my attack is at disadvantage and is +5 instead of +10. Okay. And I can use either of my colors, correct? So I could do a red beam?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, this time I'm going to do red.
Okay.
With disadvantage, that's a natural 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 to hit.
17 does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. I will be taking the defensive stance.
You just missed.
That's okay.
All right. And that's your turn. Okay. Back to the top of the round. And at this point, you see. What? Oh, that's why. One moment, please. There we go. This. And one more pops up. And some of you may be able to see a second one, but you hear two of them. Creatures. And around this one, all of you see a red circle of energy. And over here, you see a blue circle of energy. And Pax, you're up.
Well, might as well do some damage. I'm going to move. Scroll, damn you, scroll. There we are. 5, 10, 15, 20. Gosh, darn it. Completely messed up what I was going to do, damn.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you are.
Little bit.
Okay. Well, as unclassy and uncouth as this is going to be, Paxis is going to get up on this table. Move 35 feet, scoot past my new friend Gronk here, and get in front of this thing that burst out of the ground. And I'm going to rub my hands together and fire another Kamehameha wave.
Well, that's kind of okay.
That's a natural 16 and a natural 18. So I'll
Okay.
take the 16
All right.
or a 26.
Okay, that hits.
I'm sorry. Again, I didn't think I would get here.
What? It's a
One.
+5, not a +10. Right.
Oh,
With
yeah,
the,
you did hit.
With the evasive.
I thought it was at disadvantage. Oh,
Disadvantage and
oh,
+5,
and
7%.
+5. Okay, so it would be a 21.
21 still hits.
5d8 fire. 6, 3, 1, 7, 2, 7. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that not the last 7. 8 plus 11, 18 total fire
Okay.
damage.
All right. So this thing gets evaporated once again, and as it passes over this thing and strikes into this directly where Kalea hit, piercing into its insides and burning. And you watch these tiny little explosions, and you watch the massive form of this thing just start to writhe and wiggle back and forth. It is not happy.
Oh, I would think it was not happy with me either.
Correct.
Mirage! And I'm going to summon my mirror. If it's here.
It's here.
Myself, if you don't mind. And I'm going to turn it into me.
Okay. It becomes a form of you. So just a reminder, the only full, real actual actions you can take are on the Planeswalker list. So just the beams, essentially.
Okay, I thought that was considered an item that I had. I didn't know if I could use something that was on us.
Yeah, usually yes. For this is specific just to all this. So yeah, you don't
Gotcha.
need, any items and things like that. It's
Okay.
just these are the only actions, unfortunately.
Oh, no, that's all good. Just testing the waters.
Sure.
So at this point, I'm probably going to take the evasive stance because she's so angry at me right now.
Okay. Fair. All right. That would be your turn. So it is Grug. You're up, buddy.
Alrighty. Well, since I'm here, and I am gaining the benefits of the attack action, I want to try to hit him with a beam of blue. Because I don't want him to be alive anymore, because he's terrifying to look at.
Reasonable. I think he's kind of
So, you think it's cute?
Yeah.
Alright. Whatever you say, man. That is a 29 to hit?
29 hits.
Thank God. 11. Ooh, it's looking like a good roll so far. I spoke too soon. Oh well. 18. Oh wait, no, it might be a good roll again. Oh. That is 30 damage, doubled, so 60.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm not 100% sure what it does, but if it's doing a charged attack, it's disrupted.
Yep.
I don't know if what we're doing is what he's doing is considered a charged attack, but bug it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So that being said, as the blue beam hits Krunk.
What? I can aim over. This thing is huge.
I know. I'm just.
I thought
so yeah,
that too. I was like, I wonder if Kronk's gonna get hit.
Ah,
Like this thing
friendly
is
fire!
60 feet wide. Let me aim the one spot where an ally is.
well, yeah,
Get down!
obviously.
Sorry, I was confused. There was this whole thing where he used to be a villain. I don't know. It was a weird area.
Fourth wall.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Kronk. All right, so the blue energy hits this thing and it's just as if it's choking on its own oil. And it starts to cough up a lot of this oil and starts dripping out of its mouth. Kronk, since you are directly underneath it, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh! Oh god. Oh no.
I don't
Let's see,
know.
hold on, sorry. That is a 9.
A 9.
Yikes.
I'm safe, right?
That's a 9 on the die or a 9 total?
Yes.
Well, total.
Hey, so you just missed it, buddy. You
What
just
damage did you take?
Thank God.
yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I just missed it. That means I'm hurt.
what stance did you take? Attack stance, actually. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy.
Oh. Shit.
I say again, yipe!
Oh, I need you to add all of your modifiers up for me. Let me see. Actually, I got it here.
9. That's a 9.
9 total.
9 total.
Interesting. Yeah.
Thank God for
yeah.
those few
Yeah,
shitty
okay.
rolls.
Yep. That's a good point. Yeah. I was like, how is that? Yeah. No, that's fair. Okay. So immediately you take 18 points of damage,
Whoa!
and additionally you take 11 points of corruption damage, and you are corrupted. So, at the beginning of each of your turns, you take damage equal to your Constitution modifier. At the end of your turn, you can make a medicine check or another Constitution saving throw to end the effect.
As a bonus action or as an action?
Just the end of your turn.
Okay.
For this specifically, what we're doing, it's not going to count as an action. It'll just be the end of your turn as you do the stance. You can do it.
Okie dokie.
All right. So, that being said, it is this creature's turn, and it loses its turn because it was disrupted.
Ah, you fool. Oh, I did want to specify because cut off with the whole it vomiting on Krunk. I was taking the attack stance again.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'm really glad to hear that it lost its turn, even when I locked myself into that decision. So that's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I was a
Yeah.
little concerned.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, so that is it. Claire, you're up.
Okie dokie. I'm going to move to the side so I don't hit my new ally in front of me.
Associate.
Whatever.
You call it
And-
Alsociate?
Associate works, I suppose. And I'll go right here, like next to him, and I'm gonna fire another white beam at it.
Okay.
Okay. You may want to move, simple man up there, before you get drilled on again. No.
Call them
I mean, I'm pretty comfy. Thank you. I think I got this. Maybe.
Not bad. That's a 13, so 20. Yeah, I was attack stance, so 23.
That hits.
Yes. So double all these. I think I found Kalea's dice. Yeah, this is going good. Uh, 31.
31 hits.
Or 31 damage, because I already hit.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So doubled, so 62.
Yeah. All right. Kalea, how do you want to do this?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's so
First
exciting.
one. First one.
Yeah, well, when she jumped on the table, she looked down and looked very pleased about being on top of the table, because, cat stuff. Yeah. And, no, she's gonna look at her hands and I'm kind of fond of this. And just put both hands out, like where her pointer fingers are touching and her thumbs are touching.
Okay.
And yeah, just aim for the same exact spot she hit before and try to angle it up a little bit to so that it travels up its body and comes straight out of its mouth. So white light just burst out, white light to burst out of its mouth and its eyes. Wow.
Yeah, and as it does, the oil it was vomiting starts to burn away with that radiant energy. You watch even in the inside, you can watch through its metal plating, scales, and its worm flesh. Just like these beams shooting out of it, and it starts writhing back around. Again, that vomit starts to just burn away, and that beam arcs into the entire room, just lighting this place up. As that happens, this little dude also dies and gets disintegrated, and it just and just starts to burn away as it's dissolving and falls back to whence it came.
I'd like to walk a
Wow,
little
this is
closer
going to be interesting.
to the hole and look down and say, "You tell my husband he deserves everything that came to him."
And as you say that into this void,
Yeah.
um, this cloaked figure flies up out of it, tiny, maybe 5'4" total, wearing this
Did you just call me
really
tiny? I'm 5
this
foot 4.
I'm sorry. This very dark blue cloak adorned with silver. Um, can't see his face or its face, I should say, and with just ridiculous speed, flies, grabs Taishar's corpse or body, flies and grabs Kobesi's body, and he stacks up the bodies of Charlie. And in the blink of an eye, none of you even have a moment to react, and he's back floating above this pit.
Little
Well,
guy, put those guys down.
I will not do so.
Okay.
More of you survived than I believed. Interesting. And I thought these ones had the spark. Such a shame. Now, if you don't mind, I will be leaving. Thank you. And
Hey.
in the snap, you watch as this rift just opens and closes behind him. And in place of it, a dinosaur skull just sits floating there.
So,
I feel like that's a hint, guys.
did that voice sound familiar at all?
Go ahead and give me an insight check.
Can I check out the skull?
Sure. It is floating, about 20 feet above you. But go ahead. Fair enough.
Just want to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Let's just finish with Liverna first, and we'll go.
That's a 12.
A 12. You vaguely remember the voice. You're not sure where from. But you know you've heard it a few times over the years. Okay. Okay, Flicker. You want to check out the skull?
Yeah, just a perception check.
Can I assist him? Because I'm still wearing my master's glasses.
Sure. Yeah, simple enough. Yeah, so you could do it with advantage.
Okay, pull up my sheet real quick. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. And what are you trying to check out exactly? Like what kind of skull it is?
What kind of dinosaur skull, and like, would I be familiar with the species and whatnot, and like kind of know where he went?
Okay. You are familiar with the species. Let me pull up exactly. Well, you're familiar with the creature type, not exactly the species of it, since the skull is very similar. But you know there are multiple types of these Tyrannosaurus on Ixalan.
Gotcha.
Um, yeah, it's a massive Tyrannosaurus Rex skull, but this one has these weird black horns coming out of the back of it, almost kind of curling back and then into a point.
Okay. Well, there's something for my homeland.
Then I
Only
believe
came
we
at-
know where he departed to.
Well, if this is any indication, then he's went to Ixalan.
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
He does not
I
seem like a captain.
wouldn't have known Ixalan. I don't think that was obvious, man.
I'm gonna roll my eyes.
Yeah, he does not dress like a captain.
Oh no, I'm not
Yeah.
captain. I haven't reached the ranks yet, but was
You
on
don't
my
have a
way there
sailor's
for a
cap
while.
on.
Is the Sphinx around?
The Sphinx's corpse was over in the corner, actually. Over
Corpse.
here.
You say corpse.
Yeah, like mangled body. No way is it unconscious. It's a corpse. It's a corpse.
Is there anyone else in the room other than the people that were taken? Or should I say the guild masters that were taken?
There is Jeremiah, and there is Ludwin.
What about Skull? You never mentioned his voice being taken. Or his body being taken.
Technically,
yeah.
he's not a guild master either.
True. Yeah, I threw him under the guild leader's rank when I said that. But
I mean,
yes,
he pretty much is. Him and Kobesi are pretty much.
yeah, essentially.
Friendship.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, Skull, Charlie, Kabesi, and Taishar were all taken.
I am going to move past the fact that I just wanted to borrow these glasses from my master, and just go over to Jeremiah and try to see if I can awaken him.
Yeah, I would like to do actually the same with Ludwin.
Okay. So Pax will do first.
Snazamaya, are you okay?
My head. Oh no. He's looking around at all the destruction. Mistress! Mistress!
She does not seem to be here. She was taken by a cloaked figure.
We must save her.
Do you have any idea who might have done this? They speak with almost a melodic tone to their voice, like they're singing while they're speaking.
Me? Not at all. I, this is all new to me. Oh, mistress. Oh, Mistress Gilbessi. We
I'm
must
going
save
to
her.
I'm going to point at the skull. Is there any way that you can find a way that we can maybe make it to this plane? Flicker, what was it called again?
It was called Ixalan.
Well,
Salon.
if I may say, the light that I know I saw, and judging by the powers the rest of you were using, I believe it is so that we have the spark and can planeswalk ourselves. It
I'm
may
just
be
going
much
to
easier than previously.
I'm just going to stare at you. Are you kidding?
No.
Yes, you are. You are you. Um, Pax is just going to process that.
See. Interesting development.
Is the doorway to here where we entered from crumbled and shattered as well?
The doorway, no. The steps are pretty busted up, but it's not like it was a long flight of stairs. It's a pretty easy jump
Can I,
or climb.
can I go and open the door and let Red in?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, as you open the door, Red is right there. He
Is
scratching at the door.
She. Red is a girl.
Ludwin up?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was just about to cut over to that. Yeah,
I'm
she
sorry.
was just. That's okay.
Oh, sorry, I
Uh,
forgot about that too. My bad.
it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she
Yeah,
was just scratching at the door, and she runs right in. So Grug, you go over to Ludwin, who's unconscious, half under the chair and covered in books over here.
So I'm gonna attempt to free him and then wake him up. Sir Ludwin, sir, please wake up.
Right? What's going on?
A lot.
And he takes a look around the room. Even in the darkness, he can see pretty well. Oh, right. Well, that's not good. What happened to everybody?
Everybody else was taken by this cloaked figure.
Oh, cloak, you say? What color was the cloak?
What? Do we know what color the cloak was?
It was blue,
It-
right? Blue
Blue,
with silver
like
trim?
navy.
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Navy.
I what? I heard like 3 different colors.
It was dark blue with a silver trim.
Okay. I remember the silver. I couldn't remember the dark blue for some reason. Yeah. It was dark blue with a silver trim, and it seems that he is. We suspect he has gone to Exelon with them.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, no, don't know what if the cloak means anything. I just like cloaks. They're pretty. Alright, well, time to get serious. Alright, well, and he jumps up and like cracks his back and like twists around and loosens himself up. Alright, give me about 10 minutes and we'll be off. Yeah, right. Bye. And he sprints. He literally just runs as fast as he can onto the broken table, and like a diving board, just dives into the hole.
What an
Holy
odd
shit.
man.
Oh. Yes. Sir Ludwin's always been an odd one.
I'm
I like his
going,
style.
going to dust myself off. Well, I'm going to look at Snazamaya. Are you coming?
course I am. And I will be getting Madame Duvant. I'm sorry. I cracked there for a moment. Best not let the devil out. I will return presently. Madame will want to be joining us. And he glides across the room and out the door.
I'm going to look at Laverna and say, excuse me, you keep referring to this thing that we have as the spark.
Yes, I'd like to inquire about this spark as well. I don't seem to be shining or anything like that.
And there's no fire around here. I would know, I'm a Squirrel Scout.
Laverna
I mean,
is.
You could say there's no fire, but I'm standing right here.
Yeah. Doesn't count.
Long
Laverna's
blink from Pax.
kneeling at the hole, gazing down almost deep in thought, and she'll turn and look and say, yes, it's what they call those who are a planeswalker. This worries me some, as I heard something similar described during that final battle. Of course, I was not there myself. It's something I've heard people wishing to acquire or reach. The powers of those of a planeswalker, someone who can, as obvious in the name, walk between planes.
Who's Captain Obvious now?
Well, I think that would be her. Got it.
She does not resemble a captain.
I'm going to flinch.
I look back into the hole, ignoring everything being spoken.
Are we waiting for the odd man to come back out of the hole?
Why, yes, we are. Or at least I am. I can't speak for you guys, but
I'm waiting for Snazamaya to come back with Madame Devon.
Should we follow the odd man into the hole?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Okay.
So, about 20 minutes passes, and Ludwin and Snazamaya and Madame Duvant all casually walk back up the stairs and appear at the doorway. Ludwin has this oddly large, but somehow still fits in this doorway, cart with him. And he pulls it, like, he's trying to pull it through the doorway, and it keeps hitting the sides, and then he just smacks it, it shrinks, and he pulls it through, and then it expands to even larger, as just this really odd wooden black, like a redwood cart, with a nice tent over it and everything like that. And Snazamaya and Madame Duvant walk right beside him with their own little knapsacks and mounts, if you will.
Wait, didn't you jump in through the hole and now
We
you're
did.
coming through the cart? Or
Right.
through the door?
Yeah? What's the problem?
Oh no, I just find it quite odd.
Oh, yeah.
That's some cool,
me too.
that's some cool
That's
tricks you
Ludwin.
got there.
Right, well, you got to go down to come back up, right? Well,
That makes perfect sense. Never thought of it that way. You got some
Right.
cool tricks under your sleeve, little man.
was that a tiny joke? Are you
think it
calling
was.
me? Are you calling me Well,
I think he did.
Well, I meant no offense. Of course
right,
not.
well, you're ugly. How do you like that?
That's fair.
shit!
That's fair.
Right, well, shall we get going?
Going to find everyone that was taken, correct?
Right.
And those are provisions for the journey ahead?
Sure, let's go with that.
Well, hobie ho, let's go.
I'm going to whistle for Sylvie. My mount.
I'm gonna
And
collect my my mount, not Kingler.
I'm
And then
going
I-
to summon as well. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Go.
it's okay.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna pull out of my pocket a small whistle to summon Finn, but when I blow into it, no one can hear anything. This is kind of like the concept of a dog whistle. Only Finn can hear that.
So, Finn and Sylvie, you hear the pitter patter of their massive paws and their toe beans hitting the stone as they're sprinting up from the original entrance, and then they both get to the entrance at the same time, and you can see them kind of like fighting each other to try and push through, see who gets first, like they were racing. I would like both of you to give me athletics checks for Finn and Sylvie, please, if you have their stat
Okay.
sheets.
I do. Okay. I'm sorry, which one are we doing?
Athletics. So if it doesn't have an athletics bonus there, it would just be a d20 plus the strength modifier.
Dang it, Finn, you are not very strong. Okay, that's 11.
11.
25.
So
Jesus Christ.
Sylvie just reaches her tentacle over Finn's face and just like pushes Finn back. Not like super aggressively throwing Finn, but just enough to like get the out of my way and just like and gets through first, and then you will see this displaced smile on her face as she walks up to Laverna purring, and then Finn
When she
trots
comes
through.
to me,
Mhm.
I look at her and say, Sylvie, you know to conduct yourself better. We allow bumbling fools to enter places before ourselves.
And she like bows her head.
I'm gonna look
Wait
around
a
and
minute.
everyone calling their mounts, and I'm just gonna look up in the air. I'm gonna put my hands to my mouth. I'm gonna be like, "Oh, call!" Don't worry, guys. He's on his way.
When I hear Levy say that, I'm not gonna say anything, but I am gonna throw like a side glare at her. Come now, Finn. Do not waste your time with that.
I can't do fox noises. I'll work on that.
What does the fox say?
Ring ding 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 ding. Ring ding 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 ding.
Or like,
There's so much
And then-
happening right now.
And you hear suddenly it sounds like the door's closed, but it's not. But you hear rap, rap, rap upon the door.
Who's there?
Nevermore. What?
Come in. Hello.
It just like super casually, just like this giant raven just like trots and hops along. And comes
Oh,
to
there
you.
he is. I told you he was on his way.
Simple man, if you invite things inside without knowing what they are first, you are going to get us in quite a lot of trouble.
I
Well,
was
I
thinking
called
quite the
him.
same.
Like there's no actual door. It was standing in the doorway. Like it was very clearly visible for all of you. It just like pecked at the stone on the side, like just like, can I come in?
So he
Like, just
literally said if he was
I didn't
there
understand
and
that.
saw who was there. I'm just gonna be rubbing my temple.
Paxis is going to be completely flabbergasted with the summoning of the mounts. He's going to click a gem on one of his bracers. It's going to light up, and he's going to wait patiently for Telemanus.
and Telemanus just appears in like this almost like beam me up, Scotty. Just like layer by layer starts to form in the air next to you and then on the ground and just appears out of thin air.
For everyone that does not know what a mirror is, it is a mechanical creature. Once I find a picture of it in my compendium that DM sent me, I will send it to you all. He has a big old saddle on his back, kind of built into him.
Well, since nobody else is doing it, I'm gonna redact what I said, and I'm gonna also call for my mount, who was totally not already here.
So this giant crab walks about 10 feet and just cooker, cooker.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes.
Hello there, buddy. Are you ready to go?
Cooker.
It's good to hear.
Flicker's gonna look around and he's like, "Well, you were here first. Weren't you a good girl?" And Red is a red velociraptor.
Man, I never would have saw that coming.
I
Saying
will,
it for the
Very
audience.
attached. Very attached.
I will get on to Finn's back and scratch his behind his extremely large ears. Finn is not just a fox. Finn is a fennec fox. Imagine the size of these ears.
They're so big. They're so
So
stupid big for no reason.
They're fucking huge.
And to Red, also Flicker's gonna say, seems we might be going home for a little bit, old girl.
I'm gonna work on my velociraptor noises also. Don't worry.
Just listen to the chickens outside.
Oh yeah.
It's not picking up your tones.
Oh damn it.
It really isn't.
That's so lame. Bok bok.
Is that Kronk?
If he does not
Yeah.
sound like this for the rest, if she doesn't sound like that for the rest of the game, we'll be so
No,
disappointed.
don't make fucking Red like that. Don't do that to me.
No, I'm not. No. Don't worry.
Okay.
Right. So, how do we get there?
Well, supposedly we can just walk the plains there, if I'm not
Oh.
mistaken.
Right. Okay. So, since you are new to this, not that I'm a planeswalker myself, but you know, lots of studying. Right. So, you see that skull? That is very few can see it. Only if you know enough. Anyway, very technical. But essentially, just focus on the thing, and it shall create a portal. It's like a heat signature, if you will. It's a residue of previous walking. It lasts for usually about 2 hours, I believe, something like that. Right. So all of you, focus your energy On the skull?
Focus.
I'm
Focus.
focusing so
I'm out.
hard.
I mount Sylvie,
Focusing.
and yes, I put my head down. Focus.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mount Red and whisper again. Let's 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 go home, old girl. And
Oh, we're getting on things. Okay. I'm gonna hop on my Raven. I'm gonna sit there on the Raven. I'm gonna go, focus. Focus. Focus.
I'm going to get on Telemanus, and instead of focusing, I'm going to use my glasses to see what's happening while they focus.
So, the glasses do nothing,
Focus.
unfortunately.
Focus. Focus.
So,
Gonna get on my mountain, focus as well.
and Ledwin grabs onto you, Grug,
Of course.
just onto your sleeve, and Snazamaya and Madame Duvant, one comes over to Laverna, Madame Duvant specifically, and Snazamaya heads over to Pax and grabs on, and as you sit, focus in on this energy and hone in, you open your eyes and you see the skull mouth start to open, and this black and blue swirling portal sitting there in its mouth as it floats there. And for a moment, you're just kind of look around and feel like you can just float towards it. So you just focus your energy towards your feet and you lift off the ground and head towards it. I need you all to roll me a d6, please. Okay. And I will go down the line. Flicker.
that'll be a 6.
Grug.
5.
Kronk.
1.
Okay. Livy.
1 as well.
Okay. Kalea
3.
and Pax.
Full.
Perfect. Okay. So, Kronk and Levy, you feel as you get closer the tug of this energy first, and not being used to it, you just get sucked into this portal before you can blink. And the rest of you follow suit. Kalea, you're next. Pax, Grug, Flicker, you see this happening, and you just kind of watch as you see their bodies kind of shrinking and molecularize for a moment, and just get pulled through this portal. And it's super strange, and then you start to feel a tug. Pax, you get ripped into it, and you're just, as you feel your bodies being pulled, it feels like your soul gets ripped out first, and then your bones, and then your blood, and then your muscle, and then your flesh. It's super weird. You feel inside out as you're going towards it. Grug, you get pulled, and then finally Flicker, as you watch all of your new allies getting ripped. Almost looks like they're getting ripped to shreds. You feel that tug and pull through as you guys are going through this empty area, this empty space. It feels freezing cold, but you don't feel affected by this. No person should be able to withstand this pressure and freezing temperature. You'd look at Ludwin and Madame Duvant and Snazamaya, and they're just kind of shivering, and you kind of see them getting crunched up a little bit, and then it's over. And you come out the other side. You look around into darkened skies, black clouds, heavy rain and the sound of thunder cracks. I need all of you to give me dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh shit.
Jesus.
Oh no.
That was not pleasant.
Mine is cocked. Just saying that.
Oh, okay. Word. Perfect. Thank God.
I'm sorry, what was the save?
Dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity?
Yep, and I'll go down the line. So Levy, it's your
22.
Flicker,
15.
Grug,
Also 15.
okay, Kronk,
Dirty 20.
okay, Clay,
17.
and Pax.
Another 17.
Okay, good to know. So, you look around, you see these storm clouds, you hear the thunder crack, you see a flash of lightning. You spin around and you look below, you see the open, dark sea below you. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh.
Oh
Wait.
boy.
Wait, really?
Wait, are you telling me we're in the middle of the water?
You're in the open air.
Oh,
currently.
open air.
You see the ocean below you as you're about to fall.
We're falling into the ocean.
Ah!
Sounds like we're home, Red. Sounds like we're home.
Hey, out of pure
Wait, I'm
curiosity,
still on my
DM.
Raven, right?
Yeah, I know you're on your even, but
Ah, you're falling in.
Out of pure curiosity, DM.
yes.
Am I able to tell that it's raining with my amulet?
Oh, actually, cool thing. So your amulet lights up this really bright blue.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
I was waiting for the moment to bring it up at any point in time during the session.
that's fair. That's fair.
I'm so anxious.
I didn't even
So-
pull the lever that time.
Dude, I love your prop, dude. I love your prop so much.
It's great.
It's
It's
so
fucking
good.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
But Grug can already tell that he's gonna enjoy being your friend.
Yeah.
I was very surprised at how spot on you did it. Like when
Yeah.
you first started talking, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
I've been
It's
practicing.
okay,
Also, I
guys.
used to do the
I'm a
concourse
Squirrel
when I
Scout.
was a kid all the time.
Daisy
Awesome.
playing Levy. That's fucking. Oh my god.
Now you see why I did not want to announce my character name.
Yeah.
We didn't. I don't think we got to do the 50 years prior.
No, unfortunately, because I knew that it was gonna take a little bit, with everything. Since we had lost a lot of time, I wanted to make sure we got to this point, so I did have to cut that out for today. I would like to actually go back and do that though. So we can do it like at the beginning of next session, or I'd like. I mean, if you guys want, we can do a Friday kind of initial reaction of episode 1, recap type thing. And we could do the 50 years at that point. We'll definitely discuss it, but yeah.
Depends on what time on Friday.
Yeah,
At
for
least
sure.
Friday.
Yeah. That doesn't. It's not set in stone or anything. Obviously, it's just if we can, whatever the case, we'll figure something out. Because I do want to do the 50 years prior, and because that's really exciting. But yeah, just because of the time frame and how long it took us to get everything up and running, unfortunately. Which again, sorry guys, both my players and our audience, that it took so long for us to get up. We were trying to do cams, so you can put some faces there and everything like that. But
Charlie,
unfortunately,
mute! I can't listen to you breathe anymore. I'm sorry.
but
That was aggressive.
a little bit. So yeah, but
Simple
sorry.
man. Simple man.
So
I
yeah,
had
sorry to
to do
everyone.
it.
Sorry to everyone. Yeah, just we'll try to get that fixed and set up where we'll have cams for this campaign. That'd be super awesome. We'll definitely work on that. We thought we had it fixed and set up and then for some reason it started crapping out on us just as we were about to start. So, yeah, but we'll get that figured out. So thank you guys for your patience. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed session, episode 1. Yeah, so join us tomorrow for Miguel's mini campaign. We will be hopefully finishing Candlekeep Mysteries tomorrow, Shimshine's Bedtime Rhyme, and that's 9 o'clock Eastern time, right? 6 your time?
Yep, we're gonna start at 6 Pacific, 9 Eastern.
Perfect. Yeah, so stay tuned.
Actually, we could do 5:30. We could do 5:30 Pacific. 8:30.
Okay, so
Candlekeep Mystery Incorporated.
all right. So, yeah, so 8:30 tomorrow night Eastern time, 5:30 for you West Coasters, you West Coast nerds. So,
there you go.
Right. So I believe that being said, that's all for tonight. So thank you very much. We love you, and remember, stay natural, you nerds.
Stay natural, you nerds.
You stay natural, you nerds.
Stay natural, nerds.
Stay natural, you nerds.
You nerds!
Stay natural.
There you go.
Nerd.
I was
Nerds.
hoping y'all would